You may have wondered, how do I tell the difference between my own thoughts and the messages of my angels? Well, today I'm going to share with you 5 tips to help you make that distinction. What's coming from you and what's coming from your angels. My name is Melissa and I am here this lifetime to help you learn to communicate directly with your guides so you can trust your intuition and live your unique life purpose. So if that resonates with you, hit that subscribe button so you can stay connected with my weekly videos here on YouTube. And go to the link below to sign up for the next free masterclass on how to connect with your angels or spirit guides. Today we're talking about how do you tell the difference between whether it's coming from you or coming from your angels. And realize too that when it's coming from you, there's 2 things that can be going on. It could be your thinking mind or your intuition. So here's 5 tips on how to make the distinction of whether it's coming from you or coming from your angels. So the first thing to notice is when a message is coming from your angels, it just pops in your head out of nowhere. You don't need any effort to come up with it. It just pops in. When a message is coming from your angels, you will often have a sense of, wow, I never would have thought of that. Or that's a really great idea. That's a different perspective than I would have come up with on my own. You kind of have that thought about the impression. This happens to me all the time, and I'm so grateful for the guidance that's coming through. You can be certain a message is coming from your angels if you are getting also a feeling of chills, goosebumps, or tingling. Only your angels can give you that feeling. So it's a really good sign that you're in touch with your angels' messages. When you feel the chills, it's a sign to pay attention, a confirmation that you're on the right track. It's the high vibration of energy of your helpers coming close to you and confirming that you're on the right track. So definitely pay attention throughout your day when you might be having a feeling of chills. Okay, my 4th tip, it might surprise you, it's a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but my 4th tip on how to make the distinction between whether a message is coming from your angels or your own self is really don't worry about it. It actually doesn't matter too much at the end of the day because you have your own intuition and your own intuitive impressions are valid, just as valid, if not more so, than your angels' impressions, because your angels are actually here to help equip you to be like them, to have that high awareness. So the idea is not to keep relying on them all the time. It's actually to develop your own sensitivity and your own sense of things so that you almost outgrow the need for guidance, or they'll start to work with you in different ways than they did before. So if you are getting an impression that feels true, it feels valid, it feels like that sense of an aha moment or an opening or an awakening, then go with it. It's only sometimes your busy mind that's trying to figure out, is that me? Is it my guidance? If it's me, then it probably isn't that important, but yes, it is, right? That's coming from a low self-esteem. But if you realize that you are a wise, amazing, beautiful soul, your intuition matters too. And my last tip is to realize that with more experience, you will naturally start to be more sensitive to different tones, different vibrations of energy. And so as you become more experienced with working with your angels, you will start to actually feel that frequency of energy from them and immediately be able to tell the difference. But that doesn't happen right away. It happens when you just go through this messy middle time of just having to trust. Even if you're not quite sure if it's really your angels, just go with it and see what happens. And as you get more experience and you stop getting in your own way, that's when you actually becomes very clear. So I immediately can recognize when I'm getting an impression from spirit as opposed to my own mind. There's a different feeling to it, a different tone, a different sensitivity. It's one of those things that's very hard to explain unless you've experienced it. It's like that old joke, how do you explain how a banana tastes to somebody that's never eaten a banana? You just can't. And so this is the same thing too. Experience is the key. Practice, practice, practice. As you practice and get experience, this is going to become a question that isn't even really valid anymore. How do I tell the difference? Because you will be able to tell. Okay, so I hope that brings you some reassurance and confidence. Keep practicing connecting with your angels every single day. And I would love you to join me for my next free masterclass. These tools that I'm sharing about here and how to really establish this connection with your angels is what I teach in my Communicate with Angels course. Hundreds of people have been through this course and have successfully learn to communicate with your angels, and you can too. No matter how beginner you feel or how inexperienced you feel, you have guidance. Connecting with spirit is natural, and you can do it by learning the right tools. So the first step is to take my class if you haven't already, or even if you have, come again. It's called How to Connect with Your Angels or Spirit Guides, and you can sign up at communicatewithangels.com/masterclass. I can't wait to see you there.